Now in this first part, I'd like to ask you some questions about yourself. So let's talk about what you do. Do you work or are you a student?
Currently, I'm a year 4 student, and my major is finance and accounting. My college is University of Nottingham, China, and in this is I'm applying for the postgraduate program.
And have you always wanted to study this subject?
Yes. I think this is very promising subject in China. There are huge labor demand in China in these areas. Besides, I'm really good at math, so study this subject is easier for me compared with others.
What do you like about your course?
I think I can have communicate with teachers from diverse backgrounds. They often express their interesting ideas and in the class, and we also have many group discussions. I think it's really fun and can develop myself.
Let's talk about names in your culture. Mm-hmm. Does your name mean anything?
Actually, my second character in my name is C. It actually do not have any meanings in China. It's just like R in Chinese. And my last character is Yu, which means astronaut, space or astronaut. I think my parents may help me to explore the life like astronauts explore the space.
Are any names popular in your culture?
I think in my generation there are no specific name are really popular, but from my experience, the name of my parents' generation often contains some character like the country or their hopeful feelings like Mao,
Do people do anything special when a child is given a name?
I think they might ask someone else to help them decide name, and they often provide many choices for them. They often pick the ones they most like.
Let's talk about spending time at home. How much time do you usually spend at home?
Since I'm not a college student, I usually came to my home when I have summer vacations or when there is a spring festival. So that about 2 months in 1 year.
What kinds of things do you usually do at home?
Mostly sleeping or have lunch dinner with my parents and watch TV with them.
Do you enjoy staying at home more than going out?
In the recent years, yes. Because I'm getting more lazy and sometimes I might not so willing to go outside. And my home is really comfortable, and I really enjoy watching TV and laying on the sofa.
What did you enjoy doing at home when you were a child?
When I'm a child, my memory is just doing a lot of homework when I'm a child. So my happiness moment may be watching TV or do nothing, just relax myself.
Now in this next part, I'm going to give you a topic and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. And before you talk, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say, and you can also make some notes if you wish. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, so here's a paper and pencil for making notes. And here's your topic. I'd like you to describe an interesting place in your country that not many tourists visit. Alright, now remember you have 1 to 2 minutes for this, so don't worry if I stop you, I'll tell you when the time is up. Can you start speaking now, please?
I would like to talk about a place in my hometown. My hometown is a coastal city, so it has many interesting and small islands, not may not really famous among others. But since we are local people, we know a lot of things. I remember when I graduated from the high school, we have a whole class trip to a small island called the Tantoshan, and it has beaches, and you can have camp or barbecue there. We stayed a night there, and all of us get up early to see the sunrise. And by doing this, you can get close to the nature, and also it appreciates the romantic beauty of the beach. And also it is a place suitable to have some barbecue here. You can bring your the ingredients you want and hire the equipment provided by the local people. It's quite convenient. Or you might just lay on the beach and watch the clouds go by. It is the great place to escape the noise or pressure of modern life. And speaking of the reason of why not many tourists visit there, I think the main reason is that the transportation to there is really poor. You can only take the boat owned by the local people to there, and there are only 2 boats every day. And besides, the equipment on this island are really poor, and they do not have modern facilities like place for shower. So only local people know this place.
Okay, thank you. Can I please have the paper and pencil and the booklet back? Thank you. Now, we've been talking about an interesting place in your country that not many tourists visit, and I'd like to discuss with you 1 or 2 more general issues related to this. So let's consider first of all places that tourists visit. What are the most popular places for tourists in China?
In China, I think China has a long history, so they have many historical buildings with unique architectural styles. And like the bridge, like the tower, it often attracts many tourists from the China or also Western tourists.
Any other places?
Any other place? China is really famous for its food. So some cities like Chengdu or Xi'an is also really popular. People mainly go there to eat the local food.
Why are some places more popular than others for tourists?
I think one first reason is the promotion. If a city wants to make itself a tourist attraction, they may invest a large amount of money in the advertisement and show others the image. And another reason is that the development of the facilities like the hotel or the public transport service. If it is really convenient to travel in that place, it will become famous tourist place.
Would you say that tourist attractions should be free?
I don't think so, because people need to, as a local authority, or people need to invest money to maintain these areas. If they are free, maybe people may not appreciate this place, may drop litter everywhere, and the place will getting worse and worse. So I think it is necessary to charge fees.
So the fees will be used to
maintain,
prevent people from littering?
No, I think if you have money and you have charged as admission, have money, you can hire someone to clean that place and preserve that place.
Let's talk about tourism and the environment. Would you say that having many tourists can damage the environment?
Yes, of course. Damages the environment, like I has mentioned before. Some tourists might drop letters, and also environment. Sorry. Oh, okay. I know if okay. Sorry. I'm too nervous. Some other areas, some other industry like the hotel, if there are many people go there, these facilities are built on the demonstrator of the other areas like forest.
Now, when places do have environmental problems, what can the government do to inform visitors about environmental problems? What methods can they use?
Oh, you say the environment. What the government could do?
Well, what can the government do to inform the public or to inform visitors that there are environmental problems? What methods can the government use?
I think the first is launch the awareness campaigns. People should be making for the possible consequence of their behaviors. They should be told what is right and what is wrong. Besides, they can provide more guidelines. So more guidelines and establish more place to like the rubbish. As provide more facilities like the rubbish bins or facilities that can dispose the waste.
Well, thank you very much. That's the end of the speaking test. Okay, goodbye. All right, let's listen to this full test. I know the top here is getting cut off. Score here is 6665. Part 1 covers names and spending time at home. Part 2 is about an interesting place that your country that not many tourists visit. And then Part 3 is also about tourism and such. Let's have a listen. Now in this first part, I'd like to ask you some questions about yourself. So let's talk about what you do. Do you work or are you a student?
Currently, I'm a year 4 student, and my major is finance and accounting. My college is University of Nottingham in Botswana.
I don't even want to try to type out that name. I don't know what it is.
And in this is I'm applying for the postgraduate program.
Okay, that word there was applying. So this is one of the reasons why she got a 5 for pronunciation. It's applying, not applying.
Applying for the postgraduate program. 2, yeah.
2, yeah. Not sure about that. And have you always wanted to study this subject?
Yes. I think this is very promising subject in China.
Okay, she has a definite problem with TH sounds, like this and there, and I don't know what this is.
There are huge labor demand in China in this area.
But look at this here, huge labor demand. Good vocabulary.
Besides, I'm really good at math.
She uses markers like besides.
So study this subject is easy.
But then what is this? Study what?
Study this subject is easier for me compared with others.
Actually, I think here she said compared, not compare.
Easier for me compared with others.
Yeah, my bad. It is compared. Compared with others. Now, I would say compared to, but I know a lot of people say compared with, so not a problem.
Others.
What do you like about your course?
Course. I think I can have communicate with teachers from diverse backgrounds.
Okay, so here she's using have and then communicate, which is not right, but it's still easy to understand what she's trying to say. So I can still communicate. I don't know why she threw a have in there, but it doesn't make it that much difficult to understand what she's saying. And look at this here, from diverse backgrounds, great vocabulary.
Teachers from diverse backgrounds, they often express their interesting ideas.
She speaks a little bit fast here. I can't quite catch everything she says, but I think she said expert. Now, expert is a person. The word she's looking for is expertise. They can offer expertise and interesting ideas.
And and in the class, and we also have many group discussions. I think it's really fun and can develop myself.
Develop myself. Not sure what she means by that. I can develop myself. People don't usually say that. I mean, you can develop certain skills, you can develop certain qualities. Maybe she means improve. It can really help me to improve myself. But anyway. Let's talk about names in your culture. Mm-hmm. Does your name mean anything?
Actually, my second character in my name.
The second character in my name?
See, it actually do not have any meaning.
Actually, not actually. Actually.
Don't have any meanings in China.
I think it's Chinese, not China.
Just like in Chinese. And my last character is Yu, which means astronaut.
Astronaut. Not astronaut.
Space or astronaut. I think my parents.
But hey, she knows the word astronaut. That's pretty good, right?
They hope me to.
They hope I. Actually, let's listen to what she says.
Explore the life like astronauts explore the space.
Good vocabulary, but the pronunciation is a bit poor. So they hope that I can explore space just like astronauts. So my parents might have hoped, maybe past tense here. I don't know if they still hope this. I think my parents might have hoped that I could explore space like the astronauts do.
Astronauts explore the space.
Oh, and for space, there's no the, because just one space, no the. Are any names popular in your culture?
I think in my generation there are no specific names are really popular.
So now here she should have thrown in just a relative pronoun, which are really popular. Great idea. In my generation, there are no specific names which are really popular.
But from my experience, the name of my parents' generation often contains some.
It's not the names of my parents' generation, it's the names in my parents' generation, in their generation.
Like the country or their hopeful feelings, like Mao, like yeah.
Like Mao, like yeah, okay.
Do people do anything special when a child is given a name?
I think they might ask.
I do like that she's using modals.
Someone else to help them decide the name.
Help them decide on a name. Help them decide on a name. Like to choose is to decide on something.
And they often provide many traits for them. They often
provide a what?
Provide many traits for them.
Many chance?
Often pick the ones they most like.
Don't know what she said there. That's why she can't get a 6 for pronunciation. There are too many times when it's too hard to make out what she's saying.
Let's talk about spending time at home. How much time do you usually spend at home?
Since I'm not a college student,
what happened now? I'm a college student. No, I'm a college student. I usually go back. So many people confuse come and go. I usually go back to my...
I came to my home when I have summer vacations. Or
it's vacation, not vocation.
If there is a spring festival, so...
Wait a second, did she say winter?
Vacations or winter, there is a spring festival. So it's that about 2 months in a year.
Like that. What was that? In Wu year. What?
In 1 year.
New Year?
What kinds of things do you usually do at home?
Mostly sleeping.
Good. Mostly sleeping. Up, because there's more to come. This is not the end of the idea. So rising intonation.
Or have lunch dinner with my parents and watch TV with them.
Well, this answer is so short. Maybe the examiner could have said why. Pretty short answer.
Do you enjoy staying at home more than going out?
In the recent years,
There's no the, and it's recent, not recent, recent. So in recent years,
yes, because I'm getting more lazy and sometimes I might not so willing to go
I might not be so willing.
outside.
Why is there a question mark there?
Might not so willing to go outside.
Yeah, she said willing, right?
Sometimes I might not so willing to go outside.
Willing. Let's get rid of the question mark. I think it's clear enough what she's saying. Yeah, I might not be that willing to go outside.
So willing to go outside. And my home is really comfortable, and I really enjoy watching TV and lay on the sofa.
See the problem here, ing and, but no ing. So I really enjoy watching TV and laying on the sofa.
What did you enjoy doing at home when you were a child?
When I'm a child,
When I was a child. When I was a child?
my memory is just doing a lot of homework when I'm.
Okay, so in my memory, I just did a lot of homework. In my memory, I did a lot of homework.
Doing a lot of homework when I'm a child.
When I was a child.
So my happiness moment.
So my happy moments.
Happiness moment maybe watching TV or do nothing, just relax myself.
Let's see, here she kind of slurs her speech, just doing those things to relax. Again, in English, we don't say to relax myself. So just doing those relaxing things or doing those things to relax. Might be better if you just say relaxing things.
Now in this next part, I'm going to give you a topic and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. And before you talk, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say, and you can also make some notes if you wish. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, so here's a paper and pencil for making notes. And here's your topic. I'd like you to describe an interesting place in your country that not many tourists visit. Alright, now remember you have 1 to 2 minutes for this, so don't worry if I stop you, I'll tell you when the time is up. Can you start speaking now, please?
I would like to.
Wait, what on earth was that? Speaking up. Good grief. Start speaking now, not up.
I would like to talk about a place in my hometown.
Now hang on, did you say Anne?
I would like to talk about a place in my hometown.
Why? I'm still not sure.
To talk about a place in.
Man, it sounds like Anne. Anne plays. Anyway, there's a little mistake here, but easy to understand. I want to talk about a place in my hometown. Yeah. Easy to understand.
My hometown is a coastal city.
Good vocabulary. Unfortunately, we're missing an a. My hometown is a coastal city. The coastal city, very good.
So it has many interesting and small islands.
The word is island, not Iceland. Iceland is a country. Island is, well, an island.
May not really famous.
Now, famous is an adjective, so we do need a be verb. It has many interesting and small islands, which I don't know why may, but anyway, which may not be really
Famous among others.
well known, not famous. Here, famous is not the right word. If you're going to say amongst others, it's well known, not famous. You can't be famous among people. You can be well known amongst other people.
Famous among others. But since we are local people,
Since we are locals, not local people. Since we are locals,
we know a lot of things. I remember
the grammar is not bad.
When I graduated from the high school,
Just when I say that, she doesn't use the past tense. When I graduated from, there's no the. When I graduated from high school,
we have the whole class
we had.
to and small island.
She keeps on using an when it should be a. It's a small island, not an. Again, it's not Iceland. It's island, island.
Small island called the Tantosha, and
If it's the name of a place, there's no the.
it has beaches, and you can have hand camp or
I listened to this a few times. I keep on hearing hand cam. Barbecue, I get. Hand cam, what is that? Hand cam is like a camera that you hold in your hand. But I'm sure that's not what she's trying to say.
hand camp or
Hand cam. I don't know, that's what I hear.
barbecues there. We
Stayed. This adding of the at the end of words is also a problem. It's not stayed, it's stayed.
stayed a night there, and
Like here, and
all of us get up
got up
early to see the sunrise.
I think she's confusing sunrise and sunlight, but I can still guess what she's trying to say.
And by doing this, you can get close to the nature.
Good vocabulary, but there's no the. You can get close to nature. Yeah, that's good.
And also, it appreciates the romantic beauty of the beach.
I mean, come on, look at this. This is great. Romantic beauty of the beach. Good vocabulary.
And also, it is a place suitable to.
Did she say placed here?
It is a place suitable to.
Yep.
Also, it is a place suitable to have some barbecue here.
It's a place suitable for barbecue. It's a place suitable for barbecuing, maybe. Anyway, it's not here, it's there. But even so, it's not right. It's a place suitable for barbecues, or it's a place suitable for barbecuing.
And bring your the ingredients you want.
Ingredients.
And hire the equipment provided by the local people.
And hire equipment provided by. I mean, look at this. The grammar here is really good. Provided by local people. The local people. Here, local people is right. The local people, I mean. The is correct because we're talking about a specific group of people, right?
It's quite convenient, or you might just lay on the beach and watch the coast go by.
Coast cannot be the right word, but that's what I hear. You can't watch the coast go by. What do you watch going by?
Lay on the beach and watch the coast go by.
When you're at the beach, what goes by? The boats? Maybe she's saying boats?
It is
It's not the. It's a great place.
place to escape the noise.
Escape air. What am I doing? There's no air. Good grief. Let's listen to this again.
To escape the noise or pressure.
Just one escape. Escape.
To escape the.
There's a two escapes. To escape from the noise or pressure. Escape from. Escape from.
Or pressure of modern life. And
good idea, but kind of a unfortunately just too many errors. That's why she can't get a 7. Just too many mistakes.
Speak.
When I say 7, I mean for grammar. Too many mistakes with the grammar. Like this to. There's no from, and she says escapes.
To escape the noise or pressure of modern life. And speaking of the reason.
Speaking of, well, you can't use speaking of when you are the one speaking of something.
Why not many tourists visit there?
So the reason why not many tourists visit this place, not visit there, visit this place.
I think the main reason is that
Oh, but look at this now. The main reason. She makes it easy to follow what she's saying, right?
the transportation to there is really poor.
The transportation to there. The transportation. The transportation to there is really poor. I mean, I know exactly what she's saying. The main problem is, again, to there. Transportation to the island is really poor. Transportation to the island is really poor.
Poor. You can only take the boat owned by the local people to
Is there only one boat? You can only take the boat. I mean, it's not wrong, but is there really just one boat?
there, and there are only 2 boats every day.
Okay, so it's boats, not with 2, right? So the S is missing. All these little mistakes. You can't get a 7 if there are these many mistakes.
And besides, the equipment on this island are really poor.
Equipment is not countable, so it's not R. The equipment is really poor, or in poor condition.
And they do not have modern facilities like a place for shower.
A place to shower. But look at this, modern facilities. These 2 words go together very well.
So only local people know this place.
But that doesn't make sense. They don't have facilities they don't have shower facilities, so as a result, not many people know of this place. Well, I'm not sure that makes sense. There are no shower facilities on the moon, but people know about the moon. So I'm not sure about this so here. That doesn't make sense to me.
People know this place.
Okay, thank you. Can I please have the paper and pencil and the booklet back? Thank you.
Oh boy, let's get rid of this here. Okay, continue.
Now we've been talking about an interesting place in your country that not many tourists visit, and I'd like to discuss with you 1 or 2 more general issues related to this. So let's consider first of all places that tourists visit. What are the most popular places for tourists in China?
In China, I think China has a long history, so they have many historical buildings with
Buildings.
unique architectural styles.
Let's hear this again.
Historical building with unique architectural styles.
See, styles, but then she says And styles is a noun, so this should be an adjective. Architectural, with unique architectural styles.
And like the bridge, like the tower.
I don't know what this is. Bridge likes tower. Maybe she meant to say bridge like tower. Like it's a tower like a bridge. I don't know.
It often attracts many.
Which often attracts many.
Many tourists from the China.
China, it's not the China.
Also Western tourists.
Any other places?
Any other place? China is really famous for its food. So some I think.
Some. So it's difficult to give you a 7 for fluency if you say some.
It's like Chengdu or Xi'an is also really
R also.
popular. People mainly go there to eat the local food.
She doesn't hesitate much, but there is a lot of self-correction and repetition.
Why are some places more popular than others for tourists?
I think one first reason is the promotion.
I think something mentioning. What did she say here?
First reason is the promotion.
First mentioning. I can't make out what she's saying. Promotion is a good word though.
If I say
If a city. See, she is at times easy to understand, but all this repetition, you can't get a 7.
want to make itself a tourist attraction, they may invest a large
They may, not mate.
amount of money in advertisement.
In advertising. not in the advertisement. But this is some good vocabulary here. Invest a large amount of money in advertising, because she's talking about a promotional campaign, right? So it's advertising, not advertisement.
Large amount of money in the advertisement and show others the image and
Show others the image. I mean, I understand what she's saying, but it's a little bit difficult to follow.
another reason is that the development of the facilities like
Great vocabulary, development of the facilities.
the hotel or the public transport service.
I don't know why it's just one hotel, but okay.
If it is really convenient to travel in that place,
Oh, now I understand what she's saying. In that place.
if it is really convenient to travel in that place,
In that place. And fix it.
service. If it is really convenient to travel in that place,
I guess I can get rid of the question mark. It is that place. Although she says that place. Yeah.
in that place, it will become famous.
Oh, I've never heard anybody mispronounce the word it. Itch.
Tourist place.
She wanted to say tourist attraction. I don't know why she stopped herself. Tourist attraction would be fine. What's the difference? I mean, tourist attraction is better than tourist place. I'm not sure why she wanted to change this.
Place.
Would you say the tourist attraction should be free?
Oh, good grief. Attractions should be free. Okay, let's see what she says.
I don't think so because people need to, as a
Nah, she didn't say needed, she said need. People need to, as a local authority.
I don't think so because people need to, as a local authority or
See, this I don't understand. This is incoherent. People need to, but then there's not a verb here. People need to, as a local authority. What does that mean? If your responses are not coherent, you can't get a 7.
people need to, as a local authority or people need to invest money to
The verb is invest. People need to invest money.
maintain these areas.
Okay, I understand that. People need to invest money to maintain these areas. That makes sense. This part does not make sense.
Maintain these areas. If they afraid may
Afraid is an adjective, so we do need a be verb. If they are afraid that people might not, if they are afraid that people might not,
people may not appreciate this place, may drop litter everywhere,
it's litter, not letter, litter.
and the place will getting worse and worse.
The place will get worse and worse. I'm not sure worse in what way. Dirtier, is that what she means? It'll become more polluted? Because she talks about litter, right? So it's going to get more polluted?
And worse. So I think it is necessary to charge fees.
I'm guessing she said charge.
So the fees will be used to
Maintain.
prevent people from littering?
No, I think if you have money and you have charge as admission.
There's no as here. If you have money and you have charge admission, have money. I'm not sure who is the you here. If you have money, is this the local government? Who's you here?
Have money, you can hire someone to clean that place and preserve that place.
Preserve, good word to use. Lots of z's here.
Let's talk about tourism and the environment. Would you say that having many tourists can damage the environment?
Yes, of course. Damages the environment
Damages what?
damages the environment I has mentioned before.
I has, like I've mentioned before.
Some tourists might drop letters.
Now hang on a second. Okay, first of all, litter is not countable, so there's no S. And again, it's litter, not letters. But why not use litter as a verb? Some tourists might litter. Let's use litter as a verb here.
Letters, and also environment.
And also environment, yeah.
Sorry. Oh, okay. Oh, I know. If okay.
Hey, sometimes people, well, like she said, she's nervous.
Sorry. I'm too nervous.
It happens. It's not the end of the world.
Some other areas, some other industry like the hotel, if there are many people go there.
If many people go there, not if there are many people go there. If many people go there,
These facilities are built on the demonstrate of the other areas like forest.
Ooh, I don't understand what this means. I clearly hear demonstrate, but then if it's demonstrate, what does this mean? These facilities are built on the demonstrate of other areas like forests.
Facilities are built on the demonstrate of.
I guess it's not demonstrate, but that's what I hear, and I don't understand this, and that's why it's a 6 for fluency and coherence. What is she saying here?
Now, when places do have environmental problems, what can the government do to inform visitors about environmental problems?
What a terrible question.
What methods can they use?
Oh, you say the environment. What the government could do?
Well, what can the government do to inform the public or to inform visitors that there are environmental problems? What methods can the government use?
I think the first is
The first thing is blah 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 blah. Clear to understand.
launch the awareness campaigns.
See, launch and campaign, these two words go together very well. But the word is campaign, not campions.
Awareness campaigns.
No, campaigns.
People should be making for the possible consequence of their.
I think if she wanted to say aware, people should be made aware. Did she say aware?
Should be making for the possible.
I can't make out what she's saying.
Consequence of their behaviors.
Behavior is not countable. So I think what she's trying to say here is people should be made aware of the possible consequences of their behavior. Be made aware of.
Well, consequence of their behaviors, they should be told what is right and what is wrong.
Now, when we talk about behaviors, usually the word we will use is what. They should be told what is right and what is wrong, not which is wrong.
Wrong. Besides, they can provide more guidelines.
I'm guessing she's saying guidelines. Whoa, let's take out this stress here. That's not an issue. Guidelines?
Is wrong. Besides, they can provide more guidelines. So more guidelines and.
There's more here. So more guidelines. See, she's saying guidelines twice, but she mispronounces it every time. It's hard to follow here.
Is wrong. Besides, they can provide more guidelines. So more guidelines and establish more
more places to like the rubbish. What does that mean?
Like the rubbish.
Establish more places like the rubbish. Rubbish is not a place, so what does this mean?
Provide more facilities like the rubbish bins.
Now she explains it. Okay, provide more facilities like rubbish bins.
Or facilities that can dispose the waste.
Now, if you're going to use dispose, it has to go with the preposition of. But the facilities don't dispose of the waste. Facilities where the waste can be disposed of. Facilities where the waste can be disposed of. See, there was just a couple of times in part 3, like here and where else? Like here on the demonstrate of the other areas like forest, and there where she stopped talking here. These are examples of why she can't get a 7 for fluency and coherence. For vocabulary, she used a wide variety of vocabulary, a wide range of vocabulary. Too many words she used were the wrong word forms. For grammar, I could pretty much understand everything she said grammar-wise, but also just too many mistakes. And pronunciation, the weakest feature, because sometimes it's just too difficult to make out the words that she says.
The waste.
Well, thank you very much. That's the end of the speaking test.
Yep, I think 6665 is a pretty fair score.